we'll get started. I have to read this. Public, please hold comments until the select board chairman opens the agenda items for public comment. When addressing the board, state your full name, both in person and on Zoom. It is suggested that you enter your full name as your ID on Zoom. Thank you. Okay, first item, minutes. I'll take a motion to approve the minutes of March 20, 2023.
Move approval.
I wasn't here.
I wasn't here for the 20, for
Monday, the 20th, you were
the
here.
20th, but you put them there together.
Oh, no,
just the
Just the
20th.
20th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Oh, I'm here. Okay.
Yes, a second.
Okay, all in favor? Approval of minutes from April 3rd, 2023.
Move approval.
second.
All in favor?
One
Yeah, one abstention. Appointments, recognitions, and resignations. Appointment of seasonal dock hands and boat launch operators presented in the Harbor Masters memo dated April 11, 2023.
Move appointment of the slate as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Creation of shared communications supervisor position and confirm appointment of Kenneth Mitchell as communications supervisor.
Move confirmation.
Second.
Great. And I just want to clarify, this is something we talked about earlier this fall.
That is correct.
Yes.
At the end of when we could not fill that midnight dispatch position, this is what we talked about transitioning.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Will we be asking Officer Mitchell to say a few words since he's going to be in the field of communications?
I
can't communicate.
He just supervises.
Oh.
We're voting with enthusiasm.
Yes. Resignation of John Brown from the investment committee.
Move acceptance of resignation with regret.
And thanks. Second.
Second, and thanks indeed. All in favor? Consent agenda. Item A, Versant Pole Location Permit 2023-02, Steamboat Wharf Road. Versant Pole Location Permit 2023-03, Beach Hill Cross Road. Resident Letter, Trenton Area 2023 Light Capital Paving. Item D, Hancock County Commissioners Special Meeting Minutes from March 21, 2023. And item E, MRC selects new partner to lead facility restart efforts.
Move acceptance of the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Did anybody want to pull anything out?
I just have a question and I'm just, when we are putting these poles in, have we checked with the neighbors? Is everybody okay with the pole and the light being put in those locations?
No checking is done, but the answer is no, as far as I'm.
Okay.
I guess we don't want electricity, you don't. Oh.
All
This
right.
is instigated by some of the neighbors though, right? Some of this.
Usually the person or whoever's putting up the pole usually goes through the neighborhood and says,
Yeah.
they have to have easements too. if they're doing this.
Okay. Perfect. That's all right. I just
Yeah.
hoping they
Good
won't come
question.
back in a
Good question, no?
few months.
After what we've been,
Have it be moved. So second and
all
whatever.
in favor? Thank you. Any select board reports?
I have two. The first is I attended the Economic Development Committee meeting last week. Derlin was also there. And they made a resolution to encourage the Board of Selectmen to appoint a committee to continue work on the short-term rental ordinance. I've talked to Derlin about this. I'm not sure that's something we will do, but we should do. But Derlin has some ideas about moving that, since it wasn't ready this year, what could be done with it.
I attended the Luso, I thought we had an excellent Luso committee meeting this afternoon. And it was pointed out by, I think it was Jerry, that eventually a lot of these things will fold into the land use ordinance if they're approved. So there probably is a good reason that group still had some involvement in it. And I'm going to meet with Noel to try to expedite things too, to move that along. So I would hold off on anything.
Okay.
like that at the
I
moment.
just felt I should share that with the board since it was brought up.
I thought it was a very encouraging meeting.
Yeah.
So we've got new members, a lot of new members now with good ideas, a lot of energy. So I think things are gonna pick up very nicely there, and I think they'll work well with the existing members. So,
Great. I have a second thing for the select board's reports. I was approached by Dave Renault at the post office. His mother, Dot, is going to be 99 on April 30th, and she's not the oldest member of our town, but she's pretty old. And they're gonna have a birthday celebration for her, and I thought it would be nice if the town, if we as a town did something to recognize her.
Sure. What, got any good suggestions?
Well,
Flowers or
What's that?
flowers or
I
something?
think, flowers in a card are always really nice. She's at Cortland, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
And,
And her mind is very
Yeah,
good. Like
yeah.
I know Doreen Graves stops in often and visits and
and we
knows.
all know her.
Yeah, yeah, I,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
think
that's
it's
a
a
good
grand
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
We could make sure something, when is the? birthday?
He said April 30th.
Okay, so that's something we've got to get
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll
Yeah.
get right on that tomorrow.
Great.
Anything else? Unfinished business, consider approval of change order number 9 for the Northeast Harbor Village Center Improvement Project.
Move approval.
second,
Any discussion?
I had,
Rick?
Rick Savage. Gentleman just asked me, and I'm assuming we're talking about the marina area down here.
No, we're talking about Main Street.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
I'll just finish then, gentlemen. The Harbor Committee has not heard or been presented any proposals for this planning project that was discussed earlier in the year. So anyway, I'm asking, Dylan asked me if we had made a decision. We haven't been presented any final plan, so.
And I think what you got is what we've already had, and I think that they had agreed that they weren't going to put some of the bigger trees and things in, that they were looking more for the buffering.
Well, we discussed all that, but as far as they're accepting our recommendations or we're accepting what they propose, that's never been decided.
So you want me to get John to have you make a
I
final?
think you should, if you want something from
I'll do
the
that.
Harbor Committee, I think you should bring it up at our next meeting and
Thank you.
we'll take a vote on it.
John, you're on there now, right? Could you put that on your agenda for the next meeting?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Then we can maybe move this forward with great vigor.
I just had a question. What is change number 9 for the Main Street project?
I believe it has to do with taking out the bump out areas that were created during COVID and paved with paving stones to make it look
Mhm.
nice and attractive. And the best,
nice.
the most attractive thing about it is that there is no increase in cost to do this change order. It's all within what has already been budgeted and paid for in the project.
I thought they were very good changes. The only disappointment, I understand the reasoning, but I am disappointed about the trees. When we first were talking Main Street, the two things people said was bury the wires and plant more trees. And so we've come up short.
All right,
But I understand, it
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like,
something pretty.
yeah, it sounds like it would be, it wouldn't work with the trees. It's too bad.
I think it'll look nice once it's all done.
Yeah.
all right, anything else? Okay, all in favor? Consider approval of donation of ice skating rink liner.
Move approval.
second,
Any discussion? All in favor?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
COA Beach Hill Farm lease update, approval and signatures from select board. This is for radio equipment to go,
The towers.
yeah,
Move approval,
second,
signature.
all in favor? business, consider ticket booth sales lease agreement for Rick Savage operating the Astiku vessel out of the Northeast Harbor Marina. That's you.
That's me. I'm Rick Savage. You want me to stand or not?
You don't.
No,
have
you
to.
don't have to.
You identified yourself, so.
Yes, I've been operating a boat commercially out of the harbor since 1974. It's up to almost 50 years. Astiku, this boat that I run now is 21 years old this year, so I've been there a long time, probably almost as long as Beal and Bucker. But anyway, I'm slowing down personally, and I have an arrangement with Linda Greenlaw, who would like to use my boat and take parties out of Northeast Harbor. She wants to use the ticket booth to sell tickets. If you don't know who Linda Greenlaw is, she's an author and a boat captain. Actually, she'll be on television tonight at 8 o'clock on Discovery Channel. She's been up in Alaska running one of the deadliest catch boats. She's a very remarkable woman, easygoing. I feel honored that she wants to use my boat. And I still have a Coast Guard license and will participate in the operation. So I need permission to allow her to sell tickets out of the ticket booth. And I understand there's a lease, which I'm willing to pay, and need your approval or questions.
I would move approval.
Sounds great. Second.
Second,
And if I remember correctly, there's like 3 or 4
There's 3
windows.
spaces, and I think they're only,
We-
as far as I know, the
Sea
Sea Princess definitely has a space. I don't know if Beal and Bucket bothers with it or not.
I don't think they do anymore.
Anyway,
We have
Yeah.
available spaces and he will not be taking anyone's spot.
Okay, thank you.
so.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
Jake,
that's something that she wants to come down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd second.
No, I got that.
Okay.
I think I probably have the same thing she was gonna bring up, is just that these leases typically run from July 1st to June 30th, so. I don't see any issue with you guys doing a prorated or, partial lease. Do you want to set a value on, this mid-April to June 30th? And then
You would
start
be
back up with
starting,
everyone
right?
else?
The boat, I would say June 1st would be a legitimate date. So
Memorial Day weekend, no?
it's possible.
I mean, I'm fine with just starting at July 1 and
I mean, if you did individually, you could start me July, now and have it expire at this date every, I don't know what your terms are, so.
The warrant article, the term is defined in the warrant article that authorizes you guys to lease the,
Okay, I'm not aware of what it is.
yeah, so it does say July 1st to June 30th. So that was why I was thinking the best way would probably be to do authorize Derwin or whatever to go from, this date to June 30th and then loop them in with, July
makes
1st.
sense.
Okay, she definitely would like to open.
It's $850 for the season.
I just direction, because I'll be the one sending bill. Do you
I think
guys
that's a good solution. And as soon as they want to be in, and maybe like Memorial Day weekend or whatever. Yeah,
But no value for that earlier portion,
I think to prorate it makes sense.
just
Yeah,
prorate based on number of months.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. If the lease starts in July and it runs till June 30th, has it already been paid?
They paid at the beginning,
So the lease was paid until July 1 of this coming year, right?
this lease does not currently exist right now.
But is the lease written
They-
right now?
They pay individually.
each,
Okay, so the lease that we're talking about is not to use the dock, but to use the ticket booth.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can do that. Thanks.
good. Does that work?
Sure, I would like some kind of documentation and a bill.
Yeah, I'll just send the bill.
Okay.
He's good at bills.
So do you need us to put that in the motion
I
or?
think that.
Yeah,
should.
yeah,
So I would move that we approve Rick's rental, but lease, prorating it for a time started when Rick wants to start it to June 30th and then July 1st for the next year.
Let's use Memorial Day weekend.
Okay,
It's the last weekend,
in there.
yeah, I think
the 27th.
it's something like that, 27th. Well, it would be the 24th or the
So
20th,
basically, we're looking at the month of June.
yeah.
Okay.
With a week or so in May.
Yeah,
Sure.
13 months, basically.
all right.
Figure it out.
Good.
So, I don't know if there's any other, the chamber, I'm a member of the chamber, but they didn't seem to offer much information. So any arrangement is between myself and the town down there, not the chamber.
Right.
Correct.
That's right.
And I would clarify that you can only approve the lease from now until the end of June. You can't go ahead and improve the next lease because we haven't had the town meeting yet and voted on that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, but you cover it through Memorial Weekend.
Right.
Through
June 30th.
through June 30th. Yeah.
Then you'd have to do it.
Okay, so we're approving
I
it
have to
through
come
June
back and
30th.
check
at a
with
prorated
the-
figure.
Does he have to come back July 1st and do we have to do this all over again or is it?
They don't typically come to the actual
No.
meeting.
We can just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you guys have authorized, or in the past, you've authorized Darrell to enter into these agreements.
Yep.
with People, and it would be normal after this.
Okay,
Have we voted?
no, all in favor? Good.
And did you see that movie, The Perfect Storm? She was a
Yeah.
character in that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I think that's pretty cool to have her want to
Yeah.
operate out of this community.
Did
I,
he just approach you for that?
Well, I've known her for years.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, her husband, built my boat originally,
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, so,
Wow.
anyway, we've been friends for a long time.
And she has promised not to rename it the Andrea Gale.
I did, name and everything is still the same.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Okay. Item B, consider approval of the DOT signage on Sound Drive for Triple Chick Farm.
Move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? C, approval purchase of 2023 Ford Interceptor SUV and trade of 2017 Ford Interceptor SUV.
Move approval.
Second.
I do have a question.
You got it.
How, are you pretty diligent about checking on whether or not there's any, there are any hybrids available for best?
So we actually put this out to bid, and Tim Seymour with Darling's had hybrid,
Mhm.
did not return bid for the quote.
Oh, okay.
So, and this was the only quote that we got back. So, we were in attempt to,
Yeah,
we've got a fleet right now, but between Barber and Mount Desert, I think we have 4 that are hybrids.
okay, that's a good. effort.
So
Yeah,
we're trying to make that valiant effort. The hard part is with COVID and the backlog, just the availability for police cruisers isn't what it used to be.
yeah.
So, but we're making an effort.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All in favor? New business continue. Item D, consider authorizing Harbor Master John Lemoyne to enter into an agreement to facilitate the upgrade of the harbor's QuickBooks software.
Move authorization.
second,
All in favor?
Thank you.
Item E, consider authorizing up to $22,300 of ARPA funds to be used to reimburse Bar Harbor for the non-recurring cost of building leased fiber infrastructure to service the Mount Desert Police Department at 21 C Street under the revenue loss. Acceptable use category is allowed under the SLFRF final rule.
Move authorization.
second,
Good, all in favor? Authorize town manager during the line to enter into the fiber cost sharing agreement with Bar Harbor effective May 1, 2023.
Move authorization.
Second.
All in favor? When is that gonna go live?
I know the construction's almost complete. I know they've been working on it.
This summer for sure.
Yeah, and I think originally they had said end of May,
Oh.
but I wouldn't hold it. So,
Okay.
I would say before summer really hits, I think it should be.
Item G, consider special meeting on Monday, May 1st, 2023 at 6:30 PM at the Northeast Harbor Library Mellon Room to review and accept final audit report for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor? And item H, consider authorizing the closure of the town office at 3:30 PM on May 2nd, 2023 for the preparation of open floor town meeting.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Other business. Okay, I'll read the warrants. Here's the warrants, for approval and signature, town invoices AP 2366 and AP 2367 in the amount of $731,266.57.
Move approval and signature.
Second.
All in favor? Approval. State fees and payroll benefits, AP 2364, AP 2365, PR 2324 in the amount of $216,594.96.
Full approval.
Second.
All in favor?
One abstention.
And acknowledgement, school invoices AP 10, PR 21, and voided disbursement number 2309 for a total of $122,129.91.
Move acknowledgement.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, motion to adjourn,
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
What is that?
I think he's out of town. I think he is in Vegas.